What's going on? I'm Jason Michael Brescia. I'm the director of the newest pledge, and I'm here with the guys from the Maine here in Anaheim, California, where they're about to perform tonight at the Grove. How's it going, fellas?
Doing well.
You guys just released your first album independently, Pioneer, and what was it like kind of declaring your own independence as artists?
Initially, we realized real quick that it wasn't a cakewalk. Having the freedom to kind of do whatever it was that we felt was very liberating. And we're still trying to figure out the pros and cons of putting it out on our own, but I think for the most part we're very happy, and
it's the way the industry is moving too. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you can do it now. It's
Absolutely.
Something you probably couldn't do 10 years ago, but you could do now. Really.
Totally. So what inspired you to create the newest pledge?
Well, I wanted to be a filmmaker since I was, probably in middle school was when I realized that I wasn't cut out to be in front of a camera, but I really had a lot of fun ideas behind the camera. And I just grew up loving comedy. Comedy's what I wanted to do, and my favorite movies were like Animal House and The Revenge of the Nerds. The newest pledge kind of came out of my desire to be to add my own chapter to that fraternity movie series, you know
Absolutely.
what I mean? And that's really where it came from. And it was a real collaborative process. I met some great friends in college who shared passion for the idea and the project. It started off as just like a dumb little idea, like, what if a frat had a baby on the doorstep? And then it just evolved and grew over time amongst my friends until one day we just got the idea to be like, dude, let's just go for it. It's not that easy to make something that goes somewhere independently. You really have to just, everything has to line up for you, What's the collaborative process like with you guys as a band? Do you guys sit together and write stuff, or does one person come into the room with a song? Or
It was we run things kind of the same way that I would imagine you guys ran it. I usually come up with some sort of idea, whether it be verse, chorus, melody, lyrics, or whatever. But then I take it to kind of really develop with all these guys, and that's usually in some cramped room, where
sweating.
A lot of sweat,
and it's really loud.
Yeah,
you can't really hear what's going on, but you can feel what's going on. It's probably pretty wild for you, because I'm sure when you're writing you hear a certain way, and then how often is it what you think it is?
Rarely is it, not in a bad way, but rarely is it what you think truly expected.
It's the same thing
or
when
imagined.
When I'm writing, when I wrote the newest pledge, I didn't have any actors in mind for the roles. Besides maybe a handful.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, the actors come in and the cinematographer comes in, and we end up in the location where we're shooting the movie. And it becomes something different than what was in your mind, but it's kind of, as the artist, it's kind of awesome because it's fresh to you instead of just being something that you did on your own. It kind of loses its freshness, but it's fresh to you while you're in the room, so your heart skips a beat because I didn't know that's what this would become.
Yeah.
You guys have been on tour pretty much all year, I know, because Larry, one of my best friends, is your tour manager. And you guys been to Brazil, Europe, and I guess now your U.S. spring tour is coming to an end. Just how's it been, and give us a crazy story to tell. Just something that'll make us wish we were rock stars like you guys.
It's been it's weird, because when I think back on like things that happened in January, that seems like almost it's this weird mix. So it seems like almost years ago, but at the same time it almost feels like weeks ago. Tour does this weird thing with time kind of just goes out the window, and everything's kind of one big mush of whatever. But
I mean, I think what he's kind of getting at is that it's really hard to kind of look back and appreciate what happened yesterday, because you're in some new place tomorrow. But I mean, the past month and a half we played a Bamboozle in New Jersey. We got to share the stage with Foo Fighters and Jimmy Eat World, and that was kind of a trip for us because we kind of just wanted to close our eyes and get off stage and go watch them. So
that's got to be cool.
Yeah. Speaking of crazy stories, was there any
on the newest
debauchery happening on the set?
A little bit too much at times.
Yeah,
I mean, I was the lead prankster, I think, on the newest Pledge. My favorite story involves, I guess it was, we had this actor, Night Train, in the movie. He plays like the football star. He's this big macho guy in real life, you know? And I remember he was supposed to do a scene where he has a press conference where he says that he's going to donate a scholarship because he just got drafted into the NFL, and he's going to donate a scholarship for the baby so the baby could stay in the fraternity. So he's really nervous about doing this monologue speech. He'd been like, I see him in the parking lot walking around, like, saying his lines. So I go up to him like, Nate, last second I just changed the script. You're just going to go up there and you're going to make cat noises. You know, just meow, meow, but say the speech like you were supposed to say it, but just make cat noises.
Yeah.
And here's this big guy, you know, he's really like thug, you know, type guy.
Yeah.
So we go in there, everyone's standing, getting ready to go for the take. I call action. Next thing you know, here's this big dude just like, meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Everyone's keeping a straight face. The extras were in on
That's
it.
incredible.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. And it just let him go for a minute. Your album was great. I'm looking forward to when you guys could finally see the movie.
Absolutely,
August 28th.
yes.
We'll be sure to
August
get you guys
28th.
a copy. And yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Good luck with everything.
Good luck to you. And I'm going to watch you guys tonight.
Right on.